Oh my gosh, I'm live on YouTube. Gosh, I hope I get so many followers from this live. What deck I want to use. I'm kind of thinking, what am I thinking? I kind of want to do this one. Okay. So let's do, we're going to do, I don't know. I think I'm just going to do Rachel right now. What's her outfit thinking? What's her little brain up to? This deck is so hard because it's so like simplified. Maybe I won't do this deck. It's kind of hard to think fast and use this. I don't know. I just like I'm so drawn to it right now. You know what? I'm gonna use this deck. Shut off my sound. My mom's texting about the zoo. Alright. Let's see. So let's do Rachel. Let's see where her brain at. Of course. Let's see. I always look at the bottom of the deck as I'm shuffling. So far, I've seen the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups, which is very similar to cards she has got in the past. Okay, the Moon in reverse. Whenever I get this card, I think of it as extreme paranoia, lots of fears, anxieties. I always see this card as just paranoid. It can also, some tarot readers do see this card as feeling like what's hidden is now becoming illuminated. So that could also be. But I see this as more, just my first instinct was paranoia. What's the challenge? The Eight of Cups. Oh, in reverse. And this is so interesting because as I was shuffling, I just kept thinking of the Eight of Cups. But this is actually in reverse. So she could be returning back to normally the Eight of Cups in reverse is somebody returning back to something because they had left it thinking that they were going to find emotional fulfillment from a different place, and then they return back to it. So this is a challenge, is trying to return back to something that she had once left. So this could be an idea, or it could be just, I'm seeing it as more something that she perceived as emotional fulfillment, but it's coming up as the challenge, so she's not able to do. What's in the subconscious? The Princess of Swords in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. So I would say she's probably there's probably a lot of, oh my God. Oh my God. She's definitely, there's like spying or gossiping. But then there's also the Five of Wands in reverse, which is this internal conflict. Normally the Five of Wands, I actually don't ever see this card as external conflict. I always see it as internal, especially with these pairings, like with the Moon in reverse. But there's this internal conflict, and then there's also this gossiping or like talking bad, and it's also a card of like spying. So if your social media accounts are not private, you should make them private. There's spying. Well, actually, now that I have fully viewed your social media account today, I know that like, you don't need to make it private, but whatever. What's in the past? Oh my God. Yeah, so in the past year, there was not a victory. She didn't get, it's the Six of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So she could have been hyper-focused on getting this victory and she didn't get it. It can also mean that she is no longer trying to get the victory. What's in the present energy? Right. So this is, she has the Emperor. So control. This is needing to control something, needing to be in control of the outcome, needing to, it's control. It's control over herself, control over other people. What's in the near future? The Ace of Pentacles. So she could be offering something. There could be this new offer that she has that she comes up with. I'm going to do a clarifying over this just to kind of like peel off more layers of the onion for like what this new offer could be, but I see it as she's coming in with a new offer. What are the actions that she's planning on taking? The Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands in the upright is normally like a plan that like she's planning. It's a future plan, and it could be like a very far off plan, but in reverse. Is this my computer making this noise? Why is my computer this loud? But in the action that she's planning on taking is giving up on this plan. The King of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever this plan was, it wasn't, she realized that she wasn't going to get what she wanted from it. What are the energies incoming? Ooh. The Ace of Swords. So clarity around something. And again, with the Moon in reverse, this could be that she's starting to see something more clearly. What are her hopes? Okay, no matter what is going on, yeah, first of all, there's a refusal of an ending, but also there's this confusion. And there's wanting to release something, but being unable to do that. And then there's this, first of all, there's this inner healing that's not happening. And also this is a wish that she wanted fulfilled that is not happening. And so it could be that, and this Eight of Swords could be, because she has the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Star in reverse. So she could be struggling to release this idea of this wish fulfillment and being very overwhelmed in a lot of these thoughts that are surrounding her. What are her fears? The energy did change. That is for sure. Her fears are the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a union between two people. This could talk about either fearing that it could be that either Matt, this union she's fearful of, like a successful union from him, like on his end. And actually, I don't think that there's any other options. I really do think that that is what it is. And it looks like there's this like internal struggle. There's a lot of spying, gossiping, this struggling to walk away from this idea. But there is some sort of clarity. And then over here we have the Six of Wands in reverse. So there was this in the past, this like almost realization that there wasn't going to be a victory. And then with the fear of the Two of Cups, it's this fear of this union of two people. What's the outcome? Three of Pentacles. That's actually surprising. I do want to pull another card on that because the Three of Pentacles is collaboration and teamwork, and the Six of Pentacles, collaboration, teamwork, balance. What is that about? The Strength in reverse, so vulnerability, being vulnerable. Damn. That actually shocks me. I need to get more cards because that is nuts. Also, the Six of Pentacles can be justice. So, like in the major arcana, there is, and actually this could apply a lot to this because in the major arcana, the justice card would be like a court case, like a final ruling in a court case. Whereas the Six of Pentacles is kind of like the toned down, like the watered down version of that. So there, it could be speaking about the mediation because the mediation isn't yet bringing it to like this full court appearance or like this full situation where there's actual like rulings. And so the Six of Pentacles could talk about this mediation where it's kind of a watered down version of court, but still forcing balance. And so then there is this Three of Pentacles energy where there's this collaboration and this teamwork. Okay, so let's clarify the moon in reverse. What's the moon in reverse for where she's at right now? Oof. Blocked communication, lack of clarity, and feeling. So she has the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Cups. So there's this block of communication. The Eight of Wands in the upright is normally like fast communication or fast ideas. Normally it's fast action. And like a lot of tarot readers will say that the Eight of Wands is like text messages, emails. So right now, there's okay. So the Eight of Wands in reverse can mean that there's a blocked communication. She doesn't feel like what she's saying is getting through. And then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there's a lack of clarity, a lack of being able to speak the truth. I think she has had the Ace of Swords in reverse before. But then there's the Four of Cups. And so it's feeling very disinterested in any of the options that are being presented, which would make a lot of sense with how she feels because there's this disinterest with any, like nothing is feeling appealing. What's the Eight of Cups in reverse? What is she? Okay, Nine of Swords. So again, that just clarifies the Moon card in reverse because it's this paranoia, these endless cycles of anxiety and like just constant circling of thoughts, negative thoughts. And so it would be, I think that this is saying that there's returning back to a lot of these negative thinking patterns. What is the Princess of Swords in reverse? The Nine of Pentacles. So this could also mean that she is in a plate, and she has had the Nine of Pentacles also. What's the Five of Wands? The Five of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Five of Wands in the upright. the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a spying going on about this very abundant situation. I think she's seeing, I personally, I don't, she has gotten this card for herself in the past, and this could also mean that she is, like, she knows that this situation is being presented to her, but she's acting in a different way. Or my first initial thought was that she is overlooking this very abundant situation. Because then there's this internal conflict, and this is having a hard time moving forward or making any kind of decision, because there's this blindfold. Also, it's interesting because there's an eclipse on this card, and right now, like, there was just an eclipse that happened, and so that's also interesting to, like, keep in mind, is that this is in her subconscious energy, and so it could be things that are, first of all, very internal, but also things that are becoming more in her, like, energy up front. And then the Five of Wands in reverse is also clarified by the Five of Wands in the upright. So there's internal conflict, which is causing external conflict. What's the Six of Wands in reverse? What's the victory that she didn't get? Ooh. Yep. So there's the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Cups, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So there's, again, these memories, these reliving these memories, and this is children. It can be memories from childhood as well. But then there's this hard time balancing whether or not to walk away from this situation. And I'm guessing it's because of this, losing this victory. That was in the past. So now what's this Ace of Pentacles? Whew. So the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the upright. The Queen of Cups in reverse is normally a very manipulative person who uses emotions to manipulate other people. And the Queen of Swords in the upright is a person who's very emotionally detached, who is, like, a lot of tarot readers call this, like, the bitch card. Like, they just cut to the chase. But the interesting thing is that this is two queens, and so it could be two different energies. So there's this new approach, and it's almost like she's taking this Queen of Cups energy, this emotional manipulation, and switching it into more of a clear-cut, like, this is what I want, this is how it's going to be done, bada bing, bada boom. And maybe that's why it works out better. It's just like everything in me is almost like resisting that, because maybe it's because I have more information about her, but it's just like there's still this, like, resistance to accept that is true, because I don't like watching her energy as it's progressed. I don't think that this is like, I don't think that there's this progression from her. And so this also could be that this is her and this is another energy that is like, she's coming at it with this Queen of Cups in reverse approach. And then there's this clear cut energy that's kind of just saying, like, no, and cutting that out. So that could also be 2. What's the 3 of Wands in reverse? The High Priestess. This can be a card about, it can be, but honestly, her readings, I like them because they're so challenging. But, and then look at, we have the 3 of Wands again in reverse at the bottom of the deck. But it's hard because I don't see her going within and trusting her own intuition. But if she does, or if that is what she's doing, she's realizing that there's this waiting period that's happening for no reason. So, like, all of this waiting is not going to do anything. Like, nothing is going to come. Normally, the 3 of Wands in the upright is like waiting for your ships to sail in, which she has had in the past, like waiting for her good karma. But, so this could be like her own intuition, like guiding her in a different way and saying like, there's like, you're waiting for nothing here. Or it can be that, like, plain and simple, that this was a secret and that this is something that she has hidden inside of her. But there's this 3 of Wands in reverse twice. And so that says that whatever had been planned and started and kind of like waiting for the results to come in, there's a giving up on that. And maybe it's because her intuition was telling her, or maybe she was hiding that from other people and not telling other people. But either way, this planning period is over. And that's in her actions. So maybe she was waiting for a certain result to come. What's the Ace of Swords for the energy coming in? Where is she going to find clarity? The Page of Wands. It's almost like she's... Oh, this is... Okay, actually, this is... The Page of Wands is normally the start of a new idea. And I remember her getting this before, and I remember feeling like freaked out by it. So with this clarity, there could be this new energy that comes in that switches up her mindset, that leads to more collaboration. What's the new energy? The 10 of Cups. What in the world? And the King of Cups. The King of Cups is normally a card of Cancer. The 10 of Cups, which she gets a lot. Either she could possibly meet, or it could be that she's meeting a partner because of the Queen of Cups. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign. It could just be this pair. So she could be inspired by finding a new partner. This also could mean that she has reached this point of clarity with this family situation and this person. That could also be. Oh my God. I feel drained. She's a draining person. What's the 8 of Swords? So again, oh my God. And okay. As soon as I said that, it's like the tarot deck was just like, let's kick it up. Okay, so she's releasing, or at least having a hard time releasing this idea of this victory with the Chariot, which is a Cancer. Or it could also just mean that she is having a hard time finding forward movement, finding a new direction to move because there is this loss of a victory. Her readings are all the same, dude. When I first started this, I was like, oh my God, like her energies have changed. This is good news, but it almost just feels like they haven't at this point. What's the Two of Cups for this fear? There she is, the Queen of Wands. There's a fear of, there's this Queen of Wands, and then there's this happiness that comes with the Queen of Wands and this collaboration with the Queen of Wands, which is in the outcome. So there is actually a fear of coming together, and this is with you. So there's a fear of working together and actually making it work because of this Queen of Wands person. She's literally afraid of the collaboration. And also fearful of the like happiness it could bring. And then at the bottom of the deck, there's the King of Swords, which also is a match to this Queen of Swords. So it's almost like saying, and with the Six of Cups in reverse, it's almost like saying that I think she, one of two options, she could either see you and Matt as soulmates, like she can feel that in her intuition, and that is scary for her. Or it could be saying that she feels like her and Matt are soulmates. And then there's this Queen of Wands. That could be too. But either way, there's these three. This group of three, this teamwork, and that's in her fears. And then there's this union of two people. And the happiness that it will bring. Because the Sun card, this is like literally the happiest, most joyful card in the deck. So this is like, why are you fearing this happiness? And also this is like a child. So I kind of just want, like, what's the fear behind the coming together? It's a burden, and she doesn't think that the cycle with Matt is over, dude. What's the Six of Pentacles? The King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. What's the Three of Pentacles? The Three of Swords. She got this. This was the last card at the end of the last reading too for her. A lot of threes, which normally are planning. But in the outcome, there is this taking a leap of faith on working together. And then there's this Six of Pentacles, the King of Wands in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So if this were to talk about mediation, this could talk about two people that are of higher power than her coming in and making this happen. It could also mean that she is just straight up trying to dominate the situation. But with that story, it's almost more like it doesn't make as much sense as to why all of a sudden there's this like leap of faith to this collaborating teamwork deal. I am like so drawn to this outcome. I want to find out everything about it. Look at the Three of Swords came out again. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles in the upright is someone holding things to themselves. And then all of a sudden in reverse, it's that release of it. And then there's the Three of Swords. It honestly could be her coming to terms with it. Like I see that for sure. Especially over here. So more in the present moment, there's this coming to term, and somewhat in the past too, this coming to terms with how things are. Actually, in the subconscious energy, there's still a conflict going on, but then in the near future, it's almost like this, like push to release it. But it does look like there is the help of these two people. So I don't think that this is totally willing, but there's these two people, like two people in power that are kind of like coming down and like just saying, this is how it is. And it could be within this situation. And then there's suddenly this collaboration and this leap of faith to collaborate. Okay, give me one more on the Three of Pentacles. The Moon in the upright. So this came full circle, and then the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It literally came full circle. So it's almost like there's... So this could be in the near future here, this Ace of Pentacles in the upright. It's the start of this new thing. But then with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and then the Moon, it's like there's this energy switch because both of these cards just switched. So then there's this switch. I kind of want to do another relationship reading just to see what the energies are. I'm like addicted to this now. Especially with the... This to me is very clear. This is two separate energies coming in and taking control of this. And then this, it's almost like there's a collaboration. There's this leap of faith to kind of like, okay, I'm just going to take a risk and collaborate, regardless of what I don't know or like what I don't like see yet. So crazy. But then like it's just this acceptance, like the Chariot and the Six of Wands in reverse. So there's this acceptance of losing this victory. Okay, I'm gonna go and clear my thoughts after this, and then I'll do your other reading. But this was a lot. And it could also mean, normally I'm not this tired after her readings at all. Like normally I'm like ready to go again for like another reading. It could also mean that she is just literally in thought right now, like deep, deep, deep in thought. And with the high priestess, it could mean that she's being forced into these thoughts too. Like the universe is forcing her, and that can also be with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse too. Because I know that she, in the past, had been fearful of this negative, like receiving this negative karma, and then it showing up again. It just like shows like this is like coming back. Okay, so text me about this. I want to hear about it. I'm gonna go. I'll delete this off YouTube so it's not on my channel because who knows who's spying and watching and gossiping about it.